Hello, everybody, and welcome to Round Glass. My name is Johnson Chong, and I'm really excited to be with you here today. And I want to first thank you for taking your time out of your busy life schedule to join me on my series for Shamanic Journeying. So, what is this practice all about? So, essentially, journeying is we first synthesize the practice of integrating the sacred breath, using the breath to change our physiology, and then tapping into our mental, emotional, energetic bodies, changing our physiology in order to get there with the breathwork practice so that we can then go on what we call shamanic journeying, which essentially is a way to help us connect to our sense of higher guidance, of inner guidance via symbology, via messages from the realm of the unseen. Oftentimes you would see shamans drumming or rattling and they're in trance and there's this undular action in the spine that is taking them deep into their inner visioning. So in this introductory workshop, we're going to learn what it means to drop in into this expansive state of consciousness via the power of the breath, and also through journeying, which really is using all of our senses, our visual, the way we hear, the way that we kinesthetically feel into what it is that we feel in our hearts. And then the intention is that we want to live a life of truth, of wisdom, and of freedom. So if this is your first time practicing, I want to first share a little bit about me and my journey and what it is that I do. So I first started out as a yogi, and the path of the yogi, as I discovered, I'm from New York City. I currently live now in Australia, and then I did some training in India as well. So I've been around the world, and I would go and seek for the wisdom of the sages and different teachers, and I would ask them, what is a yogi? What is the path of yoga? I want to understand more of this quality of union and of yoking. And though everyone will get up the mountain, the proverbial mountain, if you will, right? The same. The paths up the mountain are different. And the path of the yogi very much is one centered around discipline. Discipline, even though the yogis are like shamans in their own right, because there is ritual, there is ceremony, there's chanting, all these different elements to connect to our inner nature and the world. Now, with some of the indigenous people around the world, in South America, in Mongolia. So I come from an initiation of shamans called the Pacos, and they're from the high Andes in Peru, and from the Kara Nation, the last living descendants of the Incas. And one of the beautiful things about these people is that they're constantly in dialogue with spirit. So instead of meditating in the Eastern Zen tradition, which is very much about stillness and becoming the witness, and then with that information, that download, that wisdom you get from watching yourself, you are then taking all of this stillness into your life, right? This power of observation. The shamanic way is very much about communicating with nature. So their meditations are a little bit more movement oriented, eyes open, talking to the leaves, talking to nature spirits. And so that's really what we're going to get into today. So I will build it up incrementally. Everything I do is a suggestion. You might be more visual as a person. You might be more of a feeler. You might be more something else, right? And a combination of all these other things, because we have all of our senses and the mind and heart to go with it. I will be rattling. The rattling will help set the rhythm of how your mind will tune into the journey. It's going to simulate a theta wave state, 4 to 8 counts per cycle of 1, 2, 3, 4, dun, 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 dun. So it's like a little metronome that will keep you in rhythm. And so you'll just listen to the sound of the rattle, the sound of my voice, and allow it to take you into the journey. Before we get into the journey, we will then go into some breath work first so that we can calm the mind down to activate the energy body and begin. So let us get started. If you are working with an injury, you may not be able to sit cross-legged, that's fine. So seat yourself up on a chair and put your feet on the floor and make yourself comfortable. If you're able to sit cross-legged, go ahead and get a cushion and sit down however you'd like, and let us get started. So to begin, simply bring the palms to prayer in front of the heart and connect the thumbs into the breastbone. And we'll take 5 deep breaths all together. in through the nose. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. And do 4 more full-bodied breaths just like that. Inhale, nose. And exhale through the mouth. And take your breaths as an opportunity to acknowledge whatever is happening in your environment. So no environment is perfect. You might have a lot of street noise happening in your space. You might have something else going on. And whatever is going on, acknowledge it just as vibration. Right? It's there. It's part of your environment. So just acknowledge it. Acknowledge your breath. Acknowledge whatever you're feeling in your body. So whether it feels comfortable or a little bit uncomfortable, whatever is happening in this moment. Now on this 5th breath, take a full inhale and hold it. And now exhale, sigh through an open mouth. To open up this sacred container, to begin our practice, take your palms above your crown. So it's like you're making a temple above your head. And we're connecting to what we call our soul blueprint, our 8th chakra, the energy that sits above your head. And turn the palms out and fan that energy like there's golden light expanding all around you, downwards into the earth, encircling your legs and your hips. And we'll do that 3 times. So you sync it up with the breath. Inhale, raise prayer hands above the crown. Feel into this golden potential that is all around you all the time. And exhale, fan this golden energy all around you. 1 more like that. Connecting to the sky on the inhale. And then connecting to Mother Earth on the exhale. And from this place, we are now in this expanded state. Allow your left palm to face up in a gesture of receiving. Connect the tip of the thumb and the index finger into an OK symbol and simply rest it on your knee. Your right thumb will rest on the right nostril, the 2nd and 3rd finger on the brow. The ring finger will control the left nostril. So when I say close the right nostril, you use your thumb. When I say close the left nostril, you use the ring finger. The other 2 fingers are just resting on your forehead very comfortably. Close your eyes. First, open both nostrils and take a full inhale. Exhale through both nostrils. The thumb seals the right nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Ring finger seals the left nostril. Exhale, right. Let's do that again. Inhale through the left. Close left. Exhale, right. So that's a very simple pattern called a sun breath. Inhale through the left and exhale through the right. Now all you have to do is take it slow. So use your full inhale to arise to the top and the full exhale to empty out to the very bottom. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely. As you continue to deepen into your breath, feel into the left side of your body. So your left foot, left leg, left hip, all the way up through the left side of the ribs and the chest, the neck, the left side of the skull. And the left side really is about your will, your willingness to participate in action. And this action that we're talking about is your purpose. It is about awakening into your potential. It is about focus, concentration. So we're simply deepening into this energy from the sun on the left side. Let's take 2 more cycles of this sun breath. Slow and steady, take your time. Inhaling left. Exhale through the right. 1 more, inhale left. And exhale right. On the next inhale, hold the breath at the very top. Once you're full, squeeze both nostrils shut, plug the chin down to the chest like you're holding your breath underwater. We will hold the breath for 30 seconds. I will count for you. You don't have to. At the same time, if it's possible, lift the pelvic floor muscles up. So there's a contraction at the muscles that you would use if you were to go to the bathroom, and it's stopping the leakage of energy flowing downwards. And now the energy is traveling up through the spine, filtering around the heart space, stimulating the brain. We have another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Simply lift the chin, exhale through the right nostril, relax the pelvic floor. Then drop the right hand down, inhale through both nostrils. Exhale, sigh through the mouth. Inhale, nose. This time make an open ah vowel on the exhale. Ah. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, nose. Exhale, warm ah sound through the heart. Ah. 1 more. Intuitively let whatever comes out to come through. 1 more. Ah. A sigh of relief. Now, on the inhale, lean your body backwards. On the exhale, through open mouth, lean the body forwards. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, lean forwards. So super simple. The inhale is through the nose. The exhale is through an open mouth. Soften the jaw, sigh. Eyes are closed. And it's like you're on a pendulum. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Now keep this rhythm. Some of you may be breathing slower. Some of you are breathing a bit quicker. Depends on what your emotional, mental state is. So go with your breath, time it. And allow the breath to lull you into a rhythm as I begin to rattle. And here we go. So here you are breathing and rocking. Feel into your physical structure. So the bones, first and foremost. This is the energy of the earth. This is your solid foundation. So notice the bones of the feet, up the legs, the hips, the bones of the ribs, the shoulder girdle, the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the bones of the spine, the neck, the bones of the skull. So there's this firm earth connection. Keep breathing, inhaling back, exhaling forward, take your time. Allow the neck and head to be very, very fluid as you continue to move. Now let's connect to the element of water. Notice the temperature in your space. Some of you may be in hot places, hot climates like myself in the southern hemisphere. Some of you may be in cooler climates where it's winter. And so the quality of water might be different in your blood. Notice the temperature of your blood and how blood is circulating throughout your entire body. Now connect to this element of fire. This is the fire of your digestive system, the fire of the passion in your heart, the fire of the sun if it's daytime, or the fire of the mind in the way that it's intellectualizing and processing. And then observe the quality of air through the breath. Notice how the air is traveling in and out through your nasal lining, how it's soothing the nervous system into a softer state of receptivity. And then observe the 5th element, which is the element of space. It is the space between each molecule. It's the space between each moment, the space between each thought. And now embodying all 5 of these elements, just like the elements in nature, in your closest park, your favorite place in nature, I invite you to connect now there into an open space in nature, one that instantly comes to mind. So feel, sense, see, hear, using all of your senses as if you are sitting in this spot in nature. Feel the wind on your skin. Feel the scent of flowers and plants.
hear the sound of birds and any other life that might be happening in this place. Feeling the sun or feeling the moon, if it's day or nighttime. And while you deepen into the connection as if you were there in this space in nature, create the intention deep within your heart that you are here to receive, in whatever capacity that means for you. You are here to receive a sense of aliveness from this place. Aliveness for you might be letting go of something, to release, to empty out something that no longer serves you. Aliveness might mean for you amplifying, enriching some aspect of yourself by bringing that quality of thinking or quality of feeling or relating to yourself or someone else with a bit more focus, with a bit more intentionality. So whatever aliveness means for you right now, get involved with all of your senses, with your breath. Start to invite sound on the exhalation. What does aliveness sound like? What does it feel like? Inhaling nose. Exhale. And notice the mind plays its games. The ego says, oh, that's a silly sound. But know that you are safe in this space in nature. Your intention is to receive. So allow whatever sound that comes out to pour out of you without judgment. Inhaling nose. Exhale, sigh. You can continue staying with this ah sound, or if a different sound comes through, like a or o or I or e, allow it to come through. Any vowel will do. Keep breathing. Play with the volume of this sound, soft, medium, or maybe it's a little bit more vigorous. Whatever feels true, because this is about authenticity right here. This is subconsciously what is longing to express out of your energy system, out to the throat, from your heart, and into your space. Continue with the breath, continue with the sound. Keep rocking. Stay with me. And without even knowing what is happening, and trusting that you do not need to know what you do not know, that something is occurring very naturally inside of you, just as the clouds will pass and the flowers will continue to bloom and the rivers will continue to flow. There is this sense of connecting home to your natural rhythm. Just as leaves wither and seasons change, there is a naturalness that you are connecting to right now through this rhythm of rocking, through listening to the rattle, through listening to the breath, through listening to your natural sounds. Notice your landscape, this natural landscape that you've summoned in your inner eye. Notice that it might be changing. Maybe the time of day is changing. Maybe you're in a different location. If you're somewhere more dry, like a desert, tune into the heat. If you're somewhere more watery with rivers or perhaps ocean, tune into the sounds of that. Or maybe you're in the mountains, there's a crispness to the air. Tune into that. And feeling fully aligned with nature, ask yourself, from yourself, with yourself, for the sake of yourself, what is it that you need right now as a feeling that you need to embody in this moment more presently than ever before in order to feel completely alive? What is it? Is it a feeling of peace that you need to amplify? Is it a feeling of truth that you need to sound out more through your mouth? Is it a feeling of groundedness so that you find more refinement through the movement, more stillness? Is it something else? Something related to the heart, in the way that you're relating to yourself, the way that you're relating to the people, your loved ones in your life. And only you know what it is that you need to feel more of, because your feeling is your frequency in which You will choose to drive the car that we call moving through life. And so you choose how you want to drive through life right now. You choose the frequency. Keep on breathing. Keep cultivating the feeling. Magnifying the frequency. Magnify the frequency from your spinal column. Like your spinal column is an antenna, giving and receiving, to and from the universe, to and from nature herself. Magnify this frequency of this feeling that you need right now to feel alive from your heart space, from this capacity you have to love yourself unconditionally, to love others around you without attachment, to give them space, to give yourself space. That's it. Keep breathing, keep feeling, keep sensing, maybe even seeing. And if you are seeing, what are you seeing? Are you receiving visual messages in the way of symbols, in memory, in some sort of scene that is playing out to you? What is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to receive? Releasing and receiving with the inhale and the exhale. In and out. Rocking back, rocking forward. Last few moments. In the next minute, we will gradually bring this rocking of the spine, this breathing, the sounding out with your vowels, we will whittle it down to a halt. Take your time. Some of you will come to stillness a bit quicker than others. Some of you will be slowly finding your way there. It is gradual. It is not rushed. Take your time. Last 30 seconds. Stay with it. Five, four, three, two, one. Arrive in stillness, please. Still with the eyes closed. The breath is fluid. Simple, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, fill up to the brim, exhale, sigh through the mouth. And while you continue to breathe in this fashion, you can still sense the echo of the movement that you've just engaged with. There is the trickle of energy that is flowing through the spine. There is motion even in stillness. And feel into the current of electrical life force energy that is moving from the base of your spine up through the spine, through the crown of the head. As above, so below. Earth holding you, sky surrounding you, embracing you. And you right now in your full presence, in the total aliveness of who you are. And take a moment to honor the rhythms that are innately within you. Whether you're more of a feeler or a seer, a thinker, whatever your experience was, trust that it's for you right now in this moment. And so now, when you're ready, it is time to close the circle. The way that we encircled golden light around us, we will now do the opposite. So tap into the palms of your hands, the energy that is sitting in your palms.
reach out into the folds of the energy that you extended in your sacred space and close the circle, palms moving towards sky. And once the palms reach the space above the crown of the head, turn the palms down, Qigong style, and then pressurize this energy downwards towards the earth via the head, through the throat, chest, the solar plexus, the navel, the hips. Now let's do that 2 more times and sync it up with the breath. Inhale, circle is closing. Golden light is returning from your energy field. And on the exhalation, simply feel your presence, your aliveness, even more greatly than you ever have before as it anchors into your physical body. Last time, inhale. Big circle. Exhale. Anchoring, grounding, centering. And then bring your palms to prayer in front of your heart. Connect the thumbs into your breastbone. Bow the chin down. Take a moment to honor nature, to honor your natural rhythms, to honor yourself, to honor this community, this tribe of like-minded seekers. And then take your thumbs to your brow, honoring your intellect, your capacity to observe, your consciousness. Namaste. Slowly come back. And if you feel that you would like to write some things down in a journal, perhaps, I love journaling. Some of you are very visual, so you may have received a slew of images, kind of like a cartoon, and it might be nice to write down, and you might then be able to decipher the messages later, just like a dream, right? A shamanic journey is like an active dream. What were you releasing? What were you trying to amplify, right? Energy simply works in 2 ways. It's a plus energy or a minus energy. If you're releasing something, let's say the remnants of 2021, that old relationship, that old way of thinking, that old pattern of whatever it was. Or are you trying to build something, kind of like building a house, brick by brick? What are you trying to add into your energy field? And so that's really all you need to consider when you are going through any sort of meditative process. Am I releasing something today? Or am I adding something today? And if you approach every process like that, because it's like duality, it's feminine, it's masculine, it's adding, it's subtracting. That's essentially it. Then there's the nuances in between. Are you adding kindness? Are you adding love? Are you adding joy? These are all different rhythms and within that category, right? So I encourage you to write that down. You might want to have a discussion with a friend, right, about it as well. And that's what I have to say about that. It's also a practice. So if you're new to journeying and you didn't see anything and you were, let's say, just feeling, or maybe you're only aware of the breath, that's okay. Over time, when you journey more and you go more into this expanded state of awareness, your capacity to not only feel your breath and your body and your bones, but to also hear. Sometimes you hear messages from the unseen, right? Sometimes you are also, you're getting it all from all sides. You're seeing, hearing, feeling, sensing, all of it, right? That is the upgrade of how we tap into our senses, right? We're not just here to process the material world. The shamans were very much interested in what was underlying the material world. You can say even in the subatomic realms. So start to pay attention. The deeper you go into the energetics of the shamanic work, into journeying, you will start to become more fascinated with what is underlying each thought, underlying this cushion that I'm sitting on even, So that's all we have time for today. I want to thank you so much for taking this time to create a sacred medicine space, to breathe, to journey, to witness, to explore your feeling heart. And I encourage you to continue practicing. I will be here every week. So every Tuesday evening, US time, Wednesday afternoon for me here in Australia. And we have daily live meditations on our Round Dot Glass, which is just round.glass, one word. There's no .com, nothing. And there's also the app. So you can check out the app as well. So till next time, namaste and many blessings to you.